Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new Shadowverse video on my channel. I am Furo and today I am presenting you a budget version of the Royal Banner Swordcraft deck. The deck contains not a single legendary, so the crafting costs are relatively low while still have a good enough win rate for the lower brackets of the ladder when you just started the game. The key card of the deck is of course the Royal Banner. This card will buff every officer on your side with an extra attack point, and because of that, the deck is featuring many small officers, ignoring the commander stripe nearly completely. The main strategy is therefore to build a nice board with your small officers units early on, then drop the Royal Banner on turn 4, allowing you to push more damage over time, and finally closing the game with your small storm units like the Novice Trooper, this one, or the Viking created by Alvida's command, which is a 3-2-1. In the non-budget version of the deck, you would have the potential double attacker Albert Levin Zaba as a huge finisher on turn 5 or later. This one is a legendary which you want or should play 3 times, so not a real option for a budget deck. Instead, I will use the Percival, which is only a silver unit. This one has the Fanfare effect to deal damage to the enemy leader equal to the number of allied officers in play, allowing you to push more face damage and also synergizing good with the massive amount of officers in your deck. If you are missing the Alvida's commando, you can go for the Sage Commander instead, which is another silver unit, and he will buff every other allied follower with a nice +1/+1 increase in stats. You will miss out on some extra rush power, but the deck will be even cheaper this way. Your worst enemy is probably the ugly Runecraft class at the moment. On the other hand, Forestcraft and Heavencraft are definitely your friend and should be good to go. So far for the presentation, now let's head into some gameplay action. First game, and we are starting against Bloodcraft. So having a 1-drop here, 2-drop and a 3-drop, which is pretty fine, we can keep that. So the Vanguard is better later in the game, when you can push some Storm. Well, anyway, the Vanguard, we will play that. Then turn 2, we have the Might Leader now, so we can find our commander. Bloodcraft is not dropping anything early on. One Percival, we will get another one in hand, one in the face. Then dropping the Knight here, which will also summon a heavy Knight on the board. Bloodwolf, 2 in the face, probably. There you go. So we will kill that here. Only missing out 1 point of damage. And 1 more in the face. I have currently 3 officers on the board. On turn 4, we will probably play the Assassin right now. We'll keep the Vanguard here when we have the Percival on the board, so that is getting Storm. Oathless Knight. We could also drop that. So the Lilith is not a problem. That is also dealing damage to him. We will just drop the Oathless Knight here. We're having the board full of officers. Then we will hit him for 3. Next turn Percival is currently dealing 4 damage because 1 officer is going down, of course. So he would be going down to 9. Nighthorde creating 2 false bats and 2 damage on 1 officer. Just going for the face, which is wonderful. So Percival it is. Pushing 4 damage in his face, he's down to 8. We're definitely taking out the Lilith now. And probably also taking out the forest bats, so he's not able to push more damage with those. While still keeping all the officers on the board, besides the one we needed for the trade. So if we drop another Percival, that one can push another 3 damage currently. Also the Vanguard here has Storm because we have a commander on the board. So that could have another 2 damage for the face. Killer Devil. That is not looking too good for him. Creating 2 false bats here. And that's a victory. Well, that was kind of easy. Game 2. It is Swordcraft versus Heavencraft. Have a 4-drop, 5-drop, that's definitely too much. I will keep the Oathless Knight here, hopefully finding a 1-drop. We go second, so we get another card draw. Wow. Of the Foul Fence again and the Danes of Death. Not that great early on. So hopefully we get some nice cards here for the first turn. Oh yeah.
Excellent work. Unbelievable.
Countdown card. That one will spawn a tiger and a falcon. So the falcon will be 2-1 with Storm and the tiger is a 4-4. Starting with the Oathless Knight, creating 2 officers on the board. Next up will be the Lancer, if we're not getting a 3-drop, and then we will go for the Royal Banner. Oh, that one could be a problem. With 4 defense, so the Tiger would get ward right now. That is 2 turns away. The Royal Banner is coming earlier. And then we have a stronger board. We can push then. Currently 7 damage. Healing Prayer. Oh, so he's getting that now on the board. Stormon is killing our ward. Bruce's Assassin. Still going for the Royal Banner probably, so we could also go for the Floral Fencer. Might be better. Floral Fencer right now. We can kill his ward. And then still push 2 damage. Plus we still have the board full of units. It's down to 18. Getting many wards is definitely helping him here. Cleric Lancer. And this one is getting buffed during our turn. So he has a 5-6 there on the board. Could also evolve. There you go. So it's a 3-8. And still getting buffed on our turn, so he has a 7-8 there. We have the Dance of Death, so we're using that here of course. Clearing out his unit. And should we buff here? Probably. Currently we're pushing 7, he's at 16. Yeah, why not? A little buff here and there could be helpful. Royal Banner, Oathless Knight. No, we don't need to buff right now. Just go for that. So he's down to 9. Going to defense on his leader. Go back to 11. Another 2 defense back. So back to 13. With the Royal Banner, we will push currently. That will be 7, that will be 11, and the extra evolve here is pushing enough, so we win that game as well. And that's a concede. Third game, it is Swordcraft versus Shadowcraft. Let's see about that. Oathless Knight again, we are going second. Drop Alvida's command. We will keep the Novitz Trooper here as well. Veteran Lancer. That's a decent start. A 1-drop would be wonderful. But we can still work with the 2-drops here. No, 1-drop. So this one is only able to attack the leader or a follower with ward. So if we drop the Veteran Lancer, he could kill that. That is not a thing we are doing, we are just dropping the Oathless Knight. spawning another commander, then we are dropping the Novitz Trooper next turn, and then either the Royal Banner or we're going for the Floral Fencer.
With me?
Attendant of Night. This one is also able to hit the leader. So let's go for the face here. Down to 16. If the board stays as it is, we will go for the Royal Banner next turn. Otherwise, Floral Fencer is also coming. Okay, that is changing. That is changing our decision a bit. So Floral Fencer might now be better. So the Lich is a 4/4 follower.
Strength and beauty together. You are done for. Carl,
My loyalty is ironclad.
you're mean.
Just sitting in for 2. And we are not killing the 1/1 here or the 1/2. They are not pushing that much damage, and if we kill them, he is getting some sort of advantage. If we kill the Lurching Corpse, destroying a random enemy follower. So we don't want that to happen, and I don't want him to have a 4/4 on the board.
You wouldn't.
So push that as well. Bring us down to 15. Currently have 9 damage on the board. With the Royal Banner, that would be 13. So nearly enough. We just need one evolve. So there's the evolve with the Lich. 6/6. Clearing the Floral Fencer.
Hey, that hurts.
So let's drop the Royal Banner. We'll take out the Lich here.
No one gets past me.
And then pushing 6 into his face. Down to 8.
Mean.
With Alvida's Commando, could create a rush unit here. Good enough to hit him in the face directly. That's a Death Brand. And another Attendant of Night. Still able to evolve here. Not evolving.
You wouldn't.
Okay, so we're just taking 2 damage and he's losing his Earth.
You're safe with me, Captain.
That is 4 in the face. And this one is now able to attack that. Or he needs to attack that rather. If we play the Alvida's Commando again next turn, then we can win the game. Because we are pushing 4 damage with the second Viking. Not with the Underworld Watchman on the board.
Want to play?
Evolving the Lurking Corpse.
Blimey.
Let's see, he is at 4. Dance of the Death would kill that, but he's then also killing the Viking. But we can of course just evolve that.
It won't be long now.
Kill his ward and then play another Alvida's Commando.
I'm taking you with me.
That will be good enough. Also with a Click Blade, which is another
Let's speed things up.
Storm unit, so we're winning that as well. 3 in a row,
Too strong.
and that will be the end of the episode.